What is up, JK University? It's your girl Killer back again with another video. Today's video is gonna be a story time of my 5th grade year, but it was a tragic, weird, and kind of funny year. But yeah, it's gonna be a story time. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell to be a part of the troll gang, the real ones. You feel me? But yeah, I got a tripod, guys. Got a tripod. My tripod finally came in, and more bangers. I had to take a little break. Yeah, like I just had to take a little break. But you already know, more bangers on the way. Give me video ideas in the comments. And yeah, like I said, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell if you want to be a part of the troll game, the real ones. You feel me? But yeah, let's get into the video. I know you're somewhere. Alright, so this is kind of like a story time slash vlog, you feel me? But yeah, the story time, it started my 5th grade year. My 5th grade year. I was happy at the beginning of the year. It was all good. I was cooling. Literally cooling. Because, like, I had the same teacher that I had in 4th grade and 5th grade because she moved up with us. Bro, while I'm editing this video, I just realized I said cooling way too much in this video. Comment down below how many times I said cooling. I'm not gonna say no type of names or none of that. I'm just gonna say teachers and all that. But yeah, she moved up with us to the 5th grade, to the next grade, basically. At the beginning of the year, for like the first 2 quarters, all the way into like I think January. So yeah, it was like January or something like that. We like just I'm gonna say to like the 2nd quarter. We was cooling all the way into the 2nd quarter, right? And then I don't know what happened, but she had to go. She's from Michigan. She had to go back home to Michigan to be closer to her family and all that. So we had a sub for a good 2 to 3 weeks. For a good 2 to 3 weeks. I'm not even gonna count. Like, we was getting over on that sub. Like, literally, we'll tell her we ain't gotta do this because this our teacher did it and all that. We was getting over on that sub. We was just basically cooling, barely doing work, running around the classroom, being on our phones. If I still had the old videos, I could show you. I did like 2-3 vlogs in that classroom during that whole time, right? So it was like 2-3 weeks, and then after one day, like near the end of those 2 to 3 weeks, the principal came in and said they wasn't able to find a replacement for our teacher. They wasn't able to find a replacement? Jeez. Find a replacement? Jesus. And they handed out all these papers because they was splitting us between all the 5th grade classes on the hallway. All the 5th grade classes there was. They were splitting that class into the other classes. Boy, when I tell you, I opened that paper, looked at the name, I started crying. Crybaby ass nigga. Like, started crying. Like, I started crying. I was in the hallway crying. Not the hallway. It's the hallway for me. I reread it over, bro. I was crying that entire day, bro. Like, I cried. When I say I cried, I cried. It said the teacher, I had got the worst teacher on the whole 5th grade hallway. One of the worst 5th grade teachers. She was the meanest teacher, the racist teacher. Nobody wanted to be in her class. The teacher, I also forgot to say, she was kind of, like, she was the meanest teacher, the racist teacher, but for some reason, she was, like, one of the, like, teaching-wise, she could teach, but she was the worst teacher, though. I had, before she had left and went back to be closer to her family, everybody loved her. Literally, everybody loved her. Like, even the people that wasn't even in her class wanted to be in her class. Interruption. But yeah, everybody that was in her class wanted to be in her class and all that. It was just, that teacher was nicer than the worst teacher. But the day I had to go to her class, they gave us, it was either like a day or two to get all our stuff together. And then the day I came into school, my old classroom was empty. Like, tables was moved around because they had to put the desk and tables in the other classroom so the other classroom could have, like, somewhere for us to be and all that. I came in that day, grabbed my stuff. I was crying, like crying. Not even gonna count. I was sad that day. I like, bro. I could say my best friend. Well, she was my best friend. Me and my best friend Shiree, right? We were just sitting in our old classroom. Hey, bro. Moral or the story: don't ever get attached to any teacher. Don't ever get attached. On the floor on our phones, and then the teacher came in telling me, go to your classes, y'all new classrooms and all that, bro. So she had put her phone away, bro. Me and her was in the same teacher, like the racist teacher. I'm not consider it the meanest teacher. I'm just gonna say it, the meanest teacher, right? We was both in the meanest teacher classroom. We went to the classroom because in our old classroom, like everybody in that class had Google Docs that we just share with each other, sending each other, and just be typing in the Google Docs to type in the share. I was typing in the Google Docs. I was like, I wish I had so-and-so teacher so I could be with so-and-so and all that. She was like, me too, and all that. And the teacher came up behind me. She saw it and all that. It was the worst, bro. But this not even the best part, though. So the year went on. The beginning, me, even though I didn't want to be in her class, I was still kind of a good student at the beginning, chilling, you feel me? I was chilling. If y'all wonder why I keep looking behind, my mirror is so distracting. But yeah, I was cool, right? I was being a good student for that little time. I was being a good student. I only got like a month and 2 months and I don't even know, a month or a couple weeks or something like that. I got a month or 2 in. And then it was like this new teacher that she was going to be not for a classroom, but she was taking like small groups to help them more understand and stuff like that. She was taking a tour of our classroom and all that. She was going to be in my old teacher classroom. And yeah, and all that. Yeah, but then I don't know how things got bad or what happened, but things just got to an outstanding time. So I don't know what went wrong, but then, so like when this channel was called Kayla Cubley's, and I had all my other old videos on here. I had made a video. I had said something around it was a Storytime or something like that, or it was some video, and I had said something about someone need to get rid of this teacher or something like that. They took it as a threat. They said I threatened to kill her and stuff like that. It was just crazy, right? It was just crazy. And I don't know how, but on Instagram, I had my old Instagram account before it even went private. Like I had my old Instagram account right before it even went private. And like I think, like, you know how teachers have Instagrams, but their Instagrams be private. So I think I had requested to follow that teacher. I had requested to follow that teacher, I think. And then I guess she had looked at my page, went to go check out my YouTube links and all that, because I had my YouTube links on my page and the little highlights and all that. I guess she had did all of that, and then found my YouTube channel, actually watched the videos, stalker much, but actually watched the videos. I came to school one day. I was trying to go to class because in 5th grade, me and my sister was always late. Because we couldn't get on the bus because we had got suspended off the bus for the rest of the year. Like, we couldn't get on the bus. My mom used to take us to school. We was always late in the morning. And always. And we was always the last one in the car line at school, too. I thought somebody had knocked on my door. But, yeah, we was always the last ones and stuff like that. So and we was always late to school. So me and my sister, I came in. My sister had went to class. They told me to go stay in the assistant principal office for a little minute because I don't know why. And then I saw my YouTube channel name on this little folder. It said Kayla, and it said Kayla Cubley's. I was like, damn. And then I was like, what's on there that I could get in trouble about? What's in the
office?
What did I do?
Let's go to the office.
What did I do? And then the assistant principal started talking to me. Started talking to me about she had started talking about me. Started talking to me about my YouTube channel. She had shown me the part and said I threatened the teacher. She said she had to take me out the classroom and all that. When I say I was in and all that, and then I was like, can I just go to class? I ain't got time for this. She's like, I thought you don't want to be in her class. I was like, I don't, but I want to go learn. You know, back then I didn't really want to go learn. I just didn't want to be in that office. Sorry, my brother had came around another interruption, but like I just didn't want to be in the office, right? So I was cooling, sitting in there, and then they said I was not allowed back in that classroom. I was not allowed near that teacher. I was not allowed to talk to that teacher. So for a good for a good 2 weeks, I had to sit. Not 2 weeks, but for a good 2 days, I had to sit in the office doing work, just sitting there bored. I couldn't go to recess. Like, bro, am I the only one that misses recess, bro? Now that COVID here, we ain't got no recess. We don't even go outside at all. That's a little tough. Recess was used to play on that playground, but like it was just horrible and boring. I couldn't do none of that, right? At all. And I was just sitting there in the office doing whatever work I did have. The teacher just send work up there, send the student up there, give me the work, my chroma, give it back and charge it. And then remember back when I said it was like a teacher that took small groups. I was placed in there. She was basically my teacher. I was the only student. After the day, I was literally the only student in there. Unless like she had small groups in there, but I was literally the only student in there. Had my own little desk in the back of the classroom, right? The only student in there. My own little desk, had my little stuff right there. And then I was basically cooling. I don't know how they are saying work back and forth and all that. And it was just a mess. Bro, interruption again. Someone emailed me. But yeah, it was just horrible and boring. But the only good thing I used to get to watch YouTube, listen to music. I used to be listening to music all day in class. Before Cool Math got blocked on the school Chromebooks, I used to be playing Cool Math. I used to be playing a lot of games, boy. I was cooling on my phone and all that after my work was done, because literally, since all I had was time in there just to sit, right? So I literally did all my work in one sitting, and then I used to just be on my Chromebook and on my phone cooling for the rest of the day, right? And then it got like kind of near the end, like the last month or two of school, right? The assistant the teacher that took small groups, she was like, if I were you, I would apologize. It was like the last 2 months of school. She was like, if I were you, I would apologize. So I came home, started writing like a little apology note and all that. I think I said something. I apologize for the things I said and did. I'm sorry if I made you feel afraid and all that. I don't know how she was afraid. She's the full-grown adult. Afraid of, I was what, 10, 11? No. I was like 11. Yeah. I was like 11. And what, you're like 26 afraid of an 11-year-old? That's tough. But anyway. But yeah. I said, I'm sorry for the things I did. Sorry if I made you feel threatened and all that. I wrote, and then like I had this folder where I would send my work back and forth, and like I just send it. She'll put work in it. I'll get it back, do the work, send it back. I slipped a note in there, and then when one of the students came and got it, they sent it. I guess she read it, and then she typed out a note, gave it to me. Right? I read it. I don't know. I thought I still had it, but I most likely don't. It said, thank you for apologizing, but things will never get back to the way they was or something like that and all that. And then like, I was really only failing math because for me to actually understand it, someone have to be telling, like, explaining it to me. I can't just be doing it on my own. First you gotta explain it, then I could do it on my own once I understand it. So like, that was the only class I was failing. And then so she had all that, and then it was like we had field day, then we went on spring break. So like she gave it to me during field day. She had somebody give it to me during field day. I was ready and all that. It said something like, it said something around the notes of like, she accepted the apology and all that. Things will never get back to the way it was and all that. And then like it was like teacher appreciation day. everybody was making cards. So I had made a card for the teacher, like the assistant teacher that used to take small groups. I had made a card for her, and then I gave it to her. She's like, do you? The assistant teacher, she's like, I think you should make a card for her. So when I was sitting in the office, because during my lunchtime I used to have to sit in the office, eat my lunch, and during recess, because since I didn't have a class, I had to sit there and eat my lunch. But yeah, I was cooling, you know. And then the assistant teacher said you should make a card for the meanest teacher and all that. I was like, because you know, she's like, it might make her feel some type of way. So I was sitting in assistant principal, I was talking to her. I was like, should I make it? She was like, yeah. And then I was like, can you like, cause I don't know why, bro. 5th grade, I was just scared to be around her, bro. And then when I apologized in person, like this all I could do, sit there and talk like this. I couldn't even look at her, to be honest. But yeah, I had made one. I asked the assistant principal to walk me over there and give it to her, and I was like, happy Teacher Appreciation Day. And then I had went back to the office. First she told the assistant principal to leave. She was like, so do you want to start coming back to the classroom for math and all that? It was just all that. And then I had went back to went back to the assistant principal office and told her what everything happened and all that. Then she had came in the office. The meanest teacher had came in the office talking about y'all were talking about me and stuff like that. And just all that. Like, it was just, my 5th grade year was crazy. And I was happy as soon as I graduated to get over that craziness and all that. It was just crazy, and it was crazy. The beginning was great. I loved it. The middle, not so much. The end, not so much. The funny thing is how I got suspended on the last week of school also. I don't know how. Like, it was like we was doing, on last week of school, we was just cooling last week of school. And like we was outside doing like little egg things, watching the class. Me and the one that used to take small group, we was watching a whole different classroom do them little egg drop things. And I was sitting on the slide because we was on the playground watching them do that. She told me to get off the slide. I was like, how am I supposed to see? And then she like, if you don't get off the slide, you go into the office. And I didn't get off the slide. And then she was like, we going to the office. We went to the office. The assistant principal was like, I'm just going to suspend you, and you could come back for the last day of school and for your graduation. Because my graduation was on the last week of school. So I was suspended. I was at home for 2 days straight, bored. And then my graduation came. I went to school. I was so happy. And then the nice teacher at the beginning that I had from 4th grade and 5th grade, and I knew her when I was in 3rd grade, like the nice teacher she had came to see her class for graduate, basically. She had came to see us graduate, came all the way from Michigan to see us graduate. It was just my last thing. And then when, you know how they'll give you a little certificate, you have to shake the people's hand. Well, not, you don't dap them up, but you like shake their hands, right? So I shook the principal hand, shook the assistant principal hand, and then I shook a 5th grade teacher hand, and then the meanest teacher came up. I tried to skip her. Hold on, let me demonstrate this right there. Shook hand. And then I was gonna skip her. The principal told me, the principal did this, and I was like, shook her hand, shook the rest of the people's hand, walked around and all that. It was just weird, bro. My 5th grade year was weird. Moral of the story. I repeat, do not get attached to teachers. If you want to be truthful, don't get attached to anybody that has a chance of not. Just don't get attached. Don't get attached, okay? Like, weird. And if one of my friends, like, if you know me and you watching this video and I went to school with you in 5th grade, you know my 5th grade year was weird. And I was probably one of the baddest students in that school. I'm not even going to cap. But it was just weird. But I guess, and I graduated. I graduated 5th grade with A's and B's and 1 DMF. But anyways, I graduated though. But this is the end of the story time. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell to be a part of the trail gang. The real ones. You feel me? But yeah. How my story time of my 5th grade year. But yeah, do everything I just said. Comment down video ideas so I could do them, cause that's the main reason I haven't been posting. Like as soon as I got, like after Christmas break, as soon as I got, cause since I had two phones, one to record on, one my personal phone, I made two videos. I made a Q&A, and then Smash or Pat. It was a Kiss or Diss. It was Kiss or Diss with my sister. I did that, and then after that, I couldn't think of video ideas for some reason. I was like video blocked or something like that. I couldn't, like, for some reason I couldn't think of it. But yeah, comment down below some banger video ideas. And yeah, peace out. Roll that outro.